Want to see a report of which tasks have fallen behind? How about which ones are over budget, or which tasks are assigned to a specific resource? Then get to know filters. One of the most useful features in FastTrack Schedule Go is filtering. Filters allow users to focus on key pieces of information within the project schedule. Filters can be applied in all views, whether you're looking for activities scheduled at a certain time period in the schedule view, for who's responsible for critical tasks in the resource view, or singling out a project out of many in order to calculate project status metrics in the dashboard. There are many filters that can be user-generated based on the unique data found in schedules. But first, let's take a look at some predefined filters that come installed in FastTrack Go. When a FastTrack Schedule 10 or Microsoft Project MPP or XML file is opened in FastTrack Go automatically populates the open file with default filters. These can be found in the Report tool on the toolbar. When the popover appears, select Filters. By default, the schedule is in a no filter state. This means that you're currently seeing all of your activities. While in this filters popover, we can choose to view all predefined filters. Tap on the double star to show all, and tap on the single star to show only your favorite filters. Filtering is the process in which you tell FastTrack Go to search within project data for certain criteria. FastTrack Go will then generate a report in which only the activities that match the criteria in the project schedule remain visible. There are some predefined filters based on time, like current month. When I apply this filter, FastTrack Go will show me only the activities which are scheduled to occur in the current month. The current month filter is what we call a dynamic filter. This means that the value current month is constantly shifting based on the current date. FastTrack Go will automatically evaluate the current date to determine the current month. Back in the Filters popover, I'm going to tap the double stars to display all filters. There are also static filters like September 2012. This is for a specific time period defined and does not change. Now I'm only seeing the tasks scheduled over the period of September 2012. As you can see, as a filter is applied, only the activities that match the search criteria are displayed. Now that we're in a filtered state, the way to view all activities again in the project is to apply no filter. Back in the Filters popover, I'd like to shorten this list of filters by selecting Show Favorites Only. Now I'd like to define a new filter. To create a new filter, tap Edit. In this Edit view, you can choose to create new, copy, and delete filters, as well as choose to mark existing filters as favorites. A favorite filter appears in the condensed filters list. While here, tap Add. A new filter appears at the top of the list. Tap the chevron to define the new filter. For this report, I'd like to see which activities have a budget over $5,000. I'll appropriately name the filter. Budget is greater than $5,000. Under Options, you can choose to display parents and children of matching rows. You can turn both of them off to show matching rows only. To define the condition, select the first empty field. This is where you can define the expression. An expression is a group of numbers, symbols, and operators that show the value of something. Start with the left expression. You have the ability to insert functions and variables. In this case, we're looking for task number 1. I'll search for task number 1. This is because I know that this is the column that I use to display budget values in my FastTrack Schedule 10 file. In FastTrack Go, when viewing columns, the customized name will appear in the schedule view. However, when defining filters, columns will be their native column name. In this case, budget values are task data, and I use the customizable number 1 column. If you're unsure about which column to use when defining a filter, refer to Help to determine the matching columns between FastTrack Schedule 10 and FastTrack Go. Back to defining the filter, I need to select an operator. select greater than. Finally, define the right expression, the constant value 5,000. As you can see, you can also select variables as your right expression if applicable. In my case, I'll leave it as a constant 5,000. Now that I'm done defining my filter, I'd like to check my settings using the Formula tool. Seeing the formula allows you to see the filter that you've defined in one view. This is displaying that the left expression is task number 1 column, the operator is greater than, and the right expression is 5,000. Everything looks good, so I'm going to select Back, then Filters, then Done. I can now tap on my new filter to apply. FastTrack Go has searched my project schedule and found that these are the activities with budgets greater than 5,000. To revert back to viewing my complete project again, tap No Filter. That was a filter with only one criterion. Now let's create a filter with multiple criteria. For example, I want to see a report of which activities are greater than $5,000 and are the responsibility of the training department. I'll go back into Filters and Edit. Since part of my filter criteria is budget is greater than 5,000, I'm going to select the existing filter, Add, and select Copy. Copying a filter saves you time. Let's define this copied filter. I'm going to modify the name to Budget is greater than 5,000 and Training. Because we copied the existing filter, the criteria task number 1, greater than 5,000, is already defined. So at this point, we select Add. Adding the second condition defaults to AND, which I want to keep, but another option here is to select OR. I'm presented with another condition to define. I'm going to select Activity Text 1 as my left expression. Again, in my FastTrack Schedule 10 file, I used my customizable Text 1 column. Contains as my operator, and the constant value Training as my right expression. I'm now done defining this filter. A final check of the formula, and now I'll select Back, Filters, and Done. Now when I apply my new filter, FastTrack Go will show me which activities are the responsibility of the training department with a budget greater than 5,000. So far, we've looked at 3 examples of filters in the Schedule view. Filters are also supported in the Resource view. For example, a report that you may want to generate in the Resource view is a list of all consultants in the project. I'd like to see when specifically consultants are scheduled throughout the project. Tap on the Report tool in the Resource view. We already have a predefined filter, Category equals Consultant. Category is a form of internal categorization of resources. When I apply the filter in the Resource view, I now only see the consultants. And to see all resources again, tap No Filter. A great feature that's new in FastTrack Go and is a major difference from FastTrack Schedule 10 is that filters can be applied across views. In FastTrack Schedule 10, filters are restricted to only being applied within the view, which retains the column and data that are defined in the filter criteria. By contrast, FastTrack Go has the ability to look at all of the project data, regardless of whether the data exists in the Schedule view or the Resource view. So, I can run the same filter of Category equals Consultant while in the Schedule view and be able to see relevant schedule data in the Schedule view. Back in the Schedule view, I'm going to apply the same filter that we applied in the Resource view. Category equals Consultant. The difference here is when I apply this filter while in the Schedule view, I see the data in this view rather than the data in the Resource view. FastTrack Go determines which activities consultants are assigned to and only shows me the matching activities. In addition to seeing this report in the schedule view, when I switch over to the schedule dashboard, only the tasks that are displayed in the schedule view are taken into account when calculating key scheduling metrics. From the report tool, I can apply no filter to restore my scheduled tasks, as well as apply any filters in order to focus on project status metrics for a subset of my project schedule. So, if I just want a quick look at the task health for activities that consultants are assigned to, I can apply the filter and get those metrics while in the schedule dashboard. Then, I can quickly send a snapshot of the dashboard to my consultants by email. I have the option of sending as a PDF or PNG. Another unique feature to FastTrack Go is its ability to import select activities from a project schedule. Here, we're in FastTrack Schedule 10. I currently have the training department filter applied, meaning I'm only seeing the activities assigned to the training department. When I save the file while the training department filter is applied, FastTrack Go will open the file and show the visible rows. So I can distribute this report to those in the training department. The red omit icon will be present next to the project name to indicate that only a portion of the original schedule has been imported. When viewing the dashboard, the red omit icon will also be present. This is a great feature to use when you only want to share a limited set of tasks out of the entire project schedule. Filters is a great tool which allows you to see a subset of your schedule based on a defined set of criteria. It really helps with on-the-spot schedule reporting within FastTrack Go, no matter where you may be.